Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi, and in today's video we are talking about He-Man leg bands, because if you collect Masters of the Universe figures you will know that the leg bands on them tend to perish, and after a while the figures are very hard to stand up or their legs fall off. Now I get asked about this all the time, how I go about replacing them, so this is going to be a step-by-step guide. I'll talk you through all of the processes I use and show you exactly what I do. Let's get on with the process. So what are He-bands or leg bands? These are the bands that hold the legs on vintage He-Man and the Masters of the Universe action figures. The legs are held on by one band. It goes between the two legs and then through the pelvis. The problem with them is that after all of these years, that little bit of rubber is starting to perish. So you end up with action figures that have very wobbly legs like this, which makes them incredibly hard to stand up, or the bands break completely. So you need to replace them with brand new leg bands. Now these can be purchased off eBay, or there are plenty of Facebook groups that will sell them as well. There are two different types. This one is a He-band for a male figure, and you can also get smaller versions for the female figures. You'll notice if I hold those two together, the female version is just a little bit shorter, so make sure that you buy the right ones. Mostly I tend to use the male versions because that is what the largest part of my collection is, but you will also need these for just a few of the female figures in the line. But how do you go about fitting them? For fitting them, I would suggest there are three tools that you should always have handy. The first is a pair of forceps. This is a very easy way of holding and sort of positioning the He-bands, and also a very good way of pushing the He-bands into the leg holes. You would also need a pair of pliers, because you need to open up the original hole on the legs, and I find this the best way to do it, and also a small screwdriver, a small flathead screwdriver, just for sort of pushing the He-bands around. The first couple of times that you try and fit a He-man, I'm going to say that you will have a little bit of trouble. It does take a little bit of practice, but once you've done it a couple of times it becomes easier and easier. I can now replace a He-man in about 2 to 3 minutes using these tools. So what do we need to do to the figure? If the figure's legs are still attached like this one, the first thing we need to do is actually to remove them. This poor Skeletor has very wobbly legs which make him incredibly hard to stand up, and that is because the band has perished. So to remove the old band, simply just pull on the legs. It will snap fairly easily because the rubber is so perished, and you can see that you are left with the remnants of the old band left in the top of both legs. This needs to be removed, and that is where the screwdriver comes into play. It's fairly awkward to remove these. Some of them are easier than others. Basically you take the screwdriver and start pushing it in around where the old band is. If you look at the new band, you can see that we have this larger sort of head piece, and that is stuck in the leg, so you really do have to push the screwdriver in to sort of pull it around. Chances are the band will start to sort of come away in pieces, so you'll just be pulling little pieces out. This is probably the hardest job when it comes to replacing the bands, because you have to remove from both legs, but just persevere. So I'm going to just get this screwdriver and start digging in, and we will remove the bands. Remember to be careful, because you can easily ping the screwdriver out and hurt your fingers, so do be careful when doing this. And there we go, that is one band removed. It is sometimes more awkward than others. This one was fairly perished, so it came away in lots of pieces. Let's remove the band from the other leg, and then we can actually start replacing these. Now that we've got both legs cleaned up, there's no remnants of the old He-bands in there, we can insert part of the new band into one of the legs. So what we need here is the pliers, because what I do is I put the pliers into the top of the leg and just use the pliers to open up the hole so that it's a bit easier to push the new band into. You can warm the leg up if you want in some just boiled water, but I find that just using the pliers is enough to open the hole up so that we can push the new band in. So just rotate the leg a few times, open the pliers, and it should stretch that plastic a little bit. Now we can take the new band that we have here, pop that into the top, and using the screwdriver I can just carefully push that into the hole. We only need to do this on one leg at the start, because we've obviously got to thread this through the pelvis. And there we go, that's the first part of the He-band pushed in place. Just go slowly, sort of work your way around the edge with the screwdriver. Try not to damage the sort of bulb of the new He-band, and you can gently push that in. Once it's in place, it feels pretty firm straight away. The next part of this involves pushing the end of the He-band through the hole in the pelvis. Now you'll see in the pelvis that there is a hole at the bottom, and a lot of people would think that that is where the He-band goes. That is not the hole that you need to push it through. If you push it through there, you'll end up with very wobbly legs. There is a hole right at the back here. If I show you with my screwdriver, it's just there at the back. It's a little bit awkward to see, but if I put my screwdriver through, you can see just about there, that is where the He-band needs to go. It's a fairly small hole, so it is a little bit awkward to get this through, but it can be done. So again, what we do is we take the leg with the He-band in, and I line that up, and I'm just going to use my screwdriver again to guide that through and gently get the sort of edge of the bulb part through, and we should be able to see it coming out the other side. Sometimes this is easier to do off camera, but I will try my best to show you on camera how this is done. So let's get this all lined up, and I'll push that through, and then we use the forceps on the other side to actually pull the bulb through finally. But the first part is to get this roughly lined up and just start sort of pushing it in, and at some point you'll see it come through the other side. So let's get gently pushing. Okay, so now I can see the bulb is started to come through that side, and that's where the forceps come in, because I can go in and I can grab that with the forceps and then start pulling it and wiggling it around. Maybe I need to push a little bit more on this side. There's no sort of right or wrong way to do this, but it is a little bit fiddly, so that's why you need all of these tools. Right, I think that's through. If I grab that, I can then start pulling this through. Yeah, that's working. Let's get his leg in place in the right position, right direction. And there we go. That's the end of the band now through. You can just about see it there. Now that that band is in place, we can go ahead and attach the second leg. Before we do that though, we will just need to stretch the hole at the top again, just using the pair of pliers. The legs do go back to their original shape in time, so this only lasts sort of 5 to 10 minutes, so you have to work fairly quickly. And as I say, you can do this with just boiled water. Boil up the kettle, put the leg in to warm up the plastic, and then that will give you a few more minutes as well. But I find pliers work just as well. So let's get that prepped like that. That's good enough. Now I'm going to take the forceps and I'm going to grab the new He-band end, just so I can sort of pull it out of the pelvis, just a bit like that. We'll take the leg and I'm going to start pushing that new band into the top of the leg. This is the bit that does get a little bit sort of fiddly to do, because you are pulling on a band which is quite stretchy and trying to put it into a hole. It doesn't really want to have something fitted into it, but it can be done. So you sort of line it up like that. I'll hold it with my thumb. I'll then close the forceps and I will start pushing that end into the top of the leg and working my way around, just as I did on the first leg. But using the forceps I find a bit easier. It's got a bit of a bigger sort of head to it, and also the rounded end means that you don't damage the He-band. So that's part of it in. I can turn that leg around. We'll go around to the back side. And I should just be able to start pushing that in as well. That looks like it's pretty much all gone in. Just double check. Yep, there we go. And that is it. That is the leg back on. Just give it a little bit of a wiggle to make sure that the band sort of lines up. But there we go. That is one set of legs replaced. And now this Skeletor should stand up again, which he does. Lovely. Now we come on to the female figures, and it is pretty much the same process on these, but as I say, we need the different band. So this is the female version of the He-Man leg band, which is slightly shorter. Again, this figure has got fairly loose legs. It's not the worst ones I've seen. It does actually stand up, but we will replace the band anyway, because a new band will make this a lot more of a sturdy figure. So first thing to do is to remove the old legs. So we just got to sort of pull on the band and it will snap. You can see that the top of the legs looks pretty much the same to the male legs. We need to remove the old band. So again, I'm going to get my screwdriver out and just dig away until we've removed all of the old rubber in the top of these legs. You can actually see on these legs it is so much easier. It's completely random as to how easy it is to remove the old bands on legs. That Skeletor had fairly perished bands, so they were pretty hard to do. But on this Evelyn, that one has just popped out, and I'm hoping that the same will happen on this side. So let me remove that little bit of rubber there, get my screwdriver in, and we'll see if we can just pop that piece out. Yeah, this one is much easier. The rubber has not perished as much, so it's much easier to remove. So again, we need to put the new band into this leg. I'll just get my pair of pliers here. We'll just open that top section up just a little bit more. It already feels pretty loose. We'll get the new band, and I will just push that in using my screwdriver. And there you go, it's certainly a lot easier than Skeletor. Now we need to push that new band through just the same as we did on the male figures. On the female figures there is a hole at the sort of top of the pelvis just there. Can you see that if I show you with my screwdriver push through? There is no hole at the bottom section, so it's a lot easier to know where to place the new He-Band. So again, I'm just going to push that in and then use my screwdriver to sort of carefully start pushing it through, and then use the forceps to grab the other end and pull that through. So let's get this pushed into place. And there you go, that first leg is now on. To attach the second leg, again we will get our pliers just to open up the hole on the top of the leg. These legs seem a lot more flexible than the Skeletor one, so it doesn't need quite so much work. I will now grab my forceps again. We will grab the end bulb of this new He-Band, just like that, and I will push that into the top of the second leg. This feels like it's going to be a lot easier to do than Skeletor, so let's rotate that round. We'll get the rounded tip of the forceps and just push that in. There we go, that is in. A little bit of a sort of rejiggle to make sure the band is in the right place. And that is now Evelyn with some new leg bands. Much more sturdy, and hopefully she can stand up again. Just about. As you can see, it's a fairly straightforward process, and I hope my step-by-step guide has given you enough confidence to have a go yourself. You just need 3 tools, a pair of forceps, a pair of pliers and a screwdriver. And with the screwdriver, try and get one that's got a fairly blunt end, because if you've got a sharp end, it will damage the He-Bands. Chances are the first time you have a go at this, it will go wrong. That's just the nature of learning something like this. But after a few goes, you'll find it is a fairly straightforward process and pretty easy to do. And as you can see here, it's something that you have to do all the time if you collect Masters of the Universe figures. One note of warning that I will give you is if you are working on any figures that were produced in France, the pelvises on those do tend to be fairly brittle, so do be extra careful. They are easy to break. Hopefully though, this video has been of interest to you. If it has, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it and want to help me out here with what I do, then why not think about becoming a Patreon of the channel. You get early access to all of my restoration videos, plus access to an exclusive video series called On the Cutting Mat. So have a think about that, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Toy-Polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.